team climbing Mount Kilimanjaro have converged at the International Arrivals Hall at OR Tambo International. The team left Tanzania earlier today. On Monday, one of the climbers, former South African racing driver Gugu Zulu, died after having breathing problems. His wife Lesego and Zulu's body are expected to arrive at a later stage. Well, let's cross now. Our reporter Gillian Pillay is waiting at the airport. Gillian, what's happening on the ground?
A very good evening to you, Francis. Yes, every year when Kilimanjaro climbers return from expedition like this, a lot of anticipation is here at the international arrivals. Likely this year, in the events that transpired Sunday night, family members have converged here on the floor. A lot of anticipation, a lot of anxiety too. Waiting for the first glimpses of those trekkers. You remember, Francis, that a week ago they left here as a unit and they're returning here with some of the members that are still in Tanzania. We know that Gugu's wife will be part of the team. She will be expecting them to return at a later stage this week or at sometime soon with Gugu's remains. But with the family members that we spoke to, a lot of anxiety, a lot of expectation. They just want to see their family members now after the events that transpired, Francis.
Gillian, you are reporting, but last year you were actually part of the expedition that went up the Trek4Mandela last year. Just give us a feeling of the euphoria at the top, the arrival at the airport, and how you think this tragedy would have changed that vibe, I guess, for this entire team.
Francis, it's very difficult to be in this position as a reporter, knowing that, I was on the expedition last year, going through the very same journey that most of the climbers went through who went on the expedition this year. There's a lot of euphoria, yes, but it is, I don't think the events of this year would, make this particular campaign hang in the balance. I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned, as the Nelson Mandela Foundation will probably get out in its statement in a press conference at 7 o'clock tonight. But it's a campaign very close to their heart. Yes, there's a lot of lessons to be learned. There's a lot of policies possibly that they would want to review. There's possibly things that they'd like to look at in terms of how could they have done things better from a medical perspective. In terms of if there is a critical situation going forward with the campaign, how would they handle the situation? And I think they'd want to allay fears that, this time round it was definitely an unfortunate turn of events. As they said in statements, they've done their utmost to get Gugu, to get the necessary medical treatment to Gugu as quickly as possible. But I do believe, Francis, they'll look at lessons to be learned, they'll look at how things could have been done better, but I don't think it would totally annihilate a campaign that's now in its fifth year, Francis. As I said, a press conference is going to take place at 7 o'clock tonight. We're still waiting for those trekkers to come through the doors yet international arrivals, Francis.
Thank you very much, Gillian Pillay, on the ground waiting for those Trek4Mandela climbers to arrive at the airport. Gugu Zulu's body will be repatriated at a later stage.